Come on. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
I'm riding with LJ right now. And we were listening to the lead attorney. And while listening to the lead attorney, I said, come on, let's do a driving talk. So here he is. Boom. Have a napkin? I think I do.
Oh yeah, you put it in the back. Remember? I helped myself to a few.
There's no way I can reach that.
Sure.
Got it. We are in Brooklyn, New York. This is arguably downtown Brooklyn. Like, it's like off the edge of downtown Brooklyn. We're like away from the high rises. The high rises are just 2 blocks behind us. This is always cool. I always like this artist. Seeing this artist all over Brooklyn doing these paintings. That'd be a good thumbnail right there.
There's the water.
91 degrees in New York today. I think it made its way all the way up to 95 earlier. Was it 94, 95? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely 95. It was really
95, right? Right. The thermostat on our air conditioner was stuck on like 83. And I was like, why is the air conditioner only got the room down to 83? We should have been at, at least 79. And it was just that hot. It was just like, what the heck? But anyway, hey, we were glad to have the air conditioner, despite the fact that it was taking forever to cool off. Cool off the space.
Steve Wagner said 95 where he lives is a cool day.
Right. Mexico, I believe.
Texas, the edge of Mexico. The border.
Right. 95 is a good day. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Not like anybody I know who's shown her true colors this season. Yeah, I can handle it. I can handle the sweat. I just don't mind sweat pouring down my face. I don't mind sweat pouring down my back. I'm so vain. I think that looks good on me. So LJ, she's just wiping her brow and just got right before the brow gets wiped, there's this meanness about it. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, you think you're gonna make it to Mexico? And we're gonna go move to Mexico. You think that's gonna happen? You can't even handle 95 degrees. I know it's true, babe. I do not in any way. Have I complained in any way about the heat? Never. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, but it's the hating the heat is your issue. And if you don't hate the heat, you just pretend that you hate the heat really well. Super pretend, like wow, like Oscar award winning. Like damn girl, somebody would think you don't like the heat. And Mexico, we were thinking about moving to Merida or Merida, however you pronounce it. Is it potato when you say Merida and Merida? So I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not gifted with that ability to do that. You heard me? Do that.
Yeah.
So it's over there. This year they were making up to the 112, making up to 114, and they was having breezeless days. It was like some days there was no breeze. A person we follow on YouTube, and that's Move Abroad and Thrive. Move Abroad and Thrive is a really great YouTube channel by a guy named Cortez Ross, who was one of like the first people I ever watched on the internet when internet first happened in the 90s. For me at least. When it first happened for me in the 90s, he was pushing that everyone could sell t-shirts. That was his thing. You know, he used to have a thing where he would teach you how to, like, you have to buy the machine, not from him. You know, I'm sure he was affiliated to, if you click the link and you bought it, but he told you which one to buy, and he would have so many of them to choose, like so many to show you all his experiences with them as far as working and pressing t-shirts and what a great business this is, and how he helped me understand the abundance mentality that everyone we know can open up a t-shirt company and all of us could win. I always, like, that was like huge for me to learn that, and I learned that early 20s. That let me get on this guy's way. I'm sure he has whoa, did you see that guy's face? You missed it.
I missed
Oh,
it.
you missed it. Wow.
Let me guess. Somalian.
Oh, no. He wasn't. I don't know. He might have. The Somalis are riding illegal dirt bikes in New York?
Oh, it was an illegal dirt bike? I thought
Oh,
it
she didn't
was-
even know what I was looking at. No worries. No worries. No. It just, wow. His face was like something out of a fright movie. It looked like, you know, he got hit with the ugly stick on purpose. It wasn't his mama or daddy's fault. This happened later in life. It was rough.
Ouch.
I want to interview that guy. You know, what you want to interview me for? I want to know everything. How did you get here, sir? That cool hat, she got it. And it's the right hat, it's straw. It amazes me, people that wear wool hats in the freaking summer. What?
Block that sun.
No breathability. One of the things I don't like with my straw hats that are made by the Stetson hats, the green one and the light colored one, almost white colored, is that they added a leather strip to the headband. And that leather strip makes you freaking sweat. It's like, hello, I don't need a leather strip around my head. And it's a straw hat, man. So, there you have it.
And there you have it.
Right. Brooklyn. We're on Marcy Avenue. Well, Marcy Avenue is across the street. We're on Lafayette. As far as the road we're on is Lafayette. I believe so.
Yeah, it says Lafayette.
Not Lafayette, Lafayette.
Yes.
Ah, Lafayette.
Exactly.
Wow. There goes another One of those things. Did you see it on the ground? It was red.
What
Oh, you
thing?
missed it. The
The
barbecue
top.
grills. Yeah, it looks like people, they buy it and they just dump it. I ain't taking this home. It's all greasy. Yeah, if a person, what LJ and I have noticed is that the red top and blue top barbecue grills are everywhere in New York. Like, people just use it one time and they just leave it. They're like, I only pay $79 for it. I'm not bringing this thing home. It ain't gonna fit in the car. Or the other cousin popped up and there's no room for the grill now. Or maybe somebody brings the grill, right? And they set up the grill and they leave.
Well, sir, says peace to you and yours.
Thank you.
We have a Brooklyn bat all day in here, saying it's nicer than it looks.
What's nicer than it looks?
It looks much nicer than it really is. Brooklyn.
Are you kidding me?
The scenery.
Brooklyn is beautiful. Are you crazy? Brooklyn is absolutely beautiful. From the structure of I mean, seriously. That has nothing to do with the fact that I was born in Brooklyn. My parents were born here in Brooklyn, and that has nothing to do with that. This has to do with that it's true. Brooklyn is a big secret. They advertise Brooklyn as violent and dangerous, and not only amongst black people. That's only amongst Puerto Rican people. That's only amongst poor, trashy white people. Everybody else, they good. They're living in beautiful. These homes, inside of these homes are beautiful. Ain't no drama out here like that. Ain't no stray bullets hitting. The only time a stray bullet hits somebody is at the park next to the projects. And that might be CIA. That might not even be real. They just got to keep that agenda going. And it's like Brooklyn is popping. Look at the architecture to the right over here. And then look at this one here with the balcony, how cheesy and corny it is. This is something new. But all the stuff before that, beautiful. I mean, they got these things on the top of the buildings called cornices. And these cornices are made out of tin. Handmade, man. Beautiful architecture. I love Brooklyn.
Sir says past Eastern Parkway to the bridge is sweet.
No, absolutely not. I'll take you on a tour of Brooklyn where all they have is rows and rows of mansions.
I think he lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but he's hating on Brooklyn because he don't get around Brooklyn. He jumps on the train and goes to Manhattan. He's like, I'm going to Manhattan and go hang out and have a good time. What? Are you crazy? Brooklyn is what? The 7th largest city in the world. Come on. That means something. Look at this guy over here jogging in the street. Brooklyn is beautiful. Look, and they got the Fred Sanford person right here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Fred Sanford lives here with the excursion. Look at this. That's beautiful. Got the American Excursion right there. Lifted. Pulling a whole bunch of stuff. Come on. They had the people right there at the bus stop with the air conditioner. This is beautiful. This is real. Don't let the news fool you, people. Tell you how dangerous Brooklyn is. No. It's nothing like that. You can walk these streets 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and not worry, not even a little bit. I mean, if you're between the ages of 14 and 21 and you're black, you have to be very careful. Because 14 to 21 are the most dangerous times to be alive. And I'm talking male, not female. Even though nowadays it's getting rougher and rougher for women. Women are becoming more and more violent. It's this feminism has, it's just turned its evil head and destroying femininity in such a way that's disturbing. You see all these women doing CrossFit right now with these big brolic arms. Oh no. No man want to be held by no strong CrossFit woman.
You know what?
No man wants that.
He said he grew up in a 3-floor house in East Flatbush.
Flatbush.
A building in Prospect Heights now. Don't do it. Laughing out loud.
Don't do it. Don't. Why? Because of taxes? Taxes are not that bad in Brooklyn. Stop it.
And Steve Latner says he loves watching you drive around New York, but can't imagine himself living here.
Right. No, it makes sense. This is a stage. This is a set. Not like Manhattan. Manhattan is the real stage, real set. It's all full of, it's totally just, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. And Brooklyn has more life to it, but it's still it definitely wouldn't be easy to do if you're not into the city life. Because there are spots here in Brooklyn. Look at the way that train drives by. Come on, how beautiful is that? Put this on your 70-inch screen over here. I'm about to get out and clean all these windows and make it really look nice.
Okay, he's saying don't act like he's an outsider.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, but I know what you mean. It's a big city life. It's crazy.
Respect.
We ate from this taco truck. Wasn't it good? Do you remember it being good?
That's when the person was outside asking for dinner from other people.
And filled up his whole little cart, right? This guy had a little shopping cart and he kept asking the people that went and ordered their food, could you buy me a meal? And we talking about, he wanted a $15, $18 meal. And he got at least 3 people to do it, and he just walked off. He was telling his family, all right, I got dinner, I'm coming home. I was like, wow, this old black man is still a provider.
Yeah, he was getting hot wing dinners.
They was spending $18 on it. I was just like, yo, he came to me. I said, sir, somebody just bought you something. He said, yeah, I know, but, maybe if you can help me out, just get me one of these chicken wing meal. I said, I'm at a Mexican food truck. I'm not getting you chicken wings, sir. What are you doing? But he was getting it. Yeah, I'm not. I don't.
And drinks.
And drinks. Yo, we just drove by some people over there. They look like we were in a time zone. Look at this old building right here. Come on. Telling me that ain't beautiful? You telling me that's not, you can find this anywhere in America? Yeah. This is Americana right here. This is where the president lived in. Something just like this right there in Harlem.
This guy is backing up.
Okay,
This
baby.
is a small space.
All right.
Yes. Thank you.
You know what? Let's take this opportunity to go back. See, there's a big truck next to me, guys. I don't know if you saw that. Then I have a car behind me, a little BMW, that did not honk. Thank you.
So, Tarek Mahan said, I would not live in New York. Try Compton. They not like us.
Try Compton. Why? Why try Compton? Wasn't Compton that white community that slowly got taken over by those it was this big white middle class community, right? Compton. And then they slowly started to sell the homes to black people. And then it slowly just built like that and then became what it once was. I think when we drove through Compton, it was 2 blocks of black people. That was it. 3 blocks of black people. They totally gentrified that whole Compton when we was there.
I know it stood out for me. I seen a few police cars that look like legendary, dirty LAPD.
Oh, from the movies.
From the movies, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they drive the old cars. Yeah, they do drive a lot of the old cars.
I remember seeing a working girl out at 10 a.m.
I remember that.
I remember that.
It was Compton Boulevard.
That was memorable.
It was Compton Boulevard. And I'm like, baby, look at this girl. And she's walking and she's smiling and she got And she just walked, and I'm like, I think that's a working girl. And she's looking at us, and she just kept it going. Like, yeah, she was looking for a buck, early, clean, fresh, not like dirty in any kind of way. This is like a person who got up to go to work. I was very impressed. I was very impressed. These prostitutes in New York, they don't get up till 4 in the afternoon. Come on, sir, you can go. I'm telling you, you can go, sir. Come on, come on, come on. Look at this guy, girl. All right. Interesting. Love the shoes, honey. Love the shoes. It was the shoes for me. Most people thought it was the hair, but it was the shoes. Now that is a sensible loafer, sir. I mean, ma'am. I say that respectfully.
Look at this dude.
Another one, back to back.
Strong.
Strong. Looking like a Pocahontas. Poca, not Hana. Not Pocahontas, Pocahontas. Oh, strong. Yeah, LJ and I, we do a lot of people watching. And when we're with the kids, though, there's no negative talk. There's no ad hominems or anything like that to the people, because it has to be positive vibes. Because if we let Madison for 1 second our guard down, she's gonna be, ew, look at that girl, ew, ew, ew. We don't play that. We're like, only positive things can be said. So sometimes we actually go for rides, and I say, I want to take a route I've never taken before in New York. And did I just turn down green? I feel like I did. Is there a big truck in the way over here? Yes. So I did just go in a circle. Let me go this way. And look at all the closed down stores, though. Is that like all the smoke shops, the hair braiding, the drug stores? So much closures here in New York. This reminds me, when I was a kid, I used to live on Irving Avenue between Manningham and Bleecker Street, right? And I lived in a place called Bushwick, Brooklyn. The thing with Bushwick, Brooklyn, that I always found to be very interesting was it was the poorest part of Brooklyn at the time that I lived in that area. It was considered the poorest place to live. But I never knew that. I had no clue. I had no
This is
clue.
where you first turned. You wanted to go back down when you first turned.
You sure?
Oh no, you looked at it.
This is clear. That was green. We drove by this truck, did we not? No, we did turn. We did turn here. Anyway, it was a delivery truck. I'm sure the delivery's gone.
Okay.
I feel like we're in like Groundhog Day over here. It was an interesting couple. Very interesting couple. See, this is the new thing they're doing here. And they're taking down the old houses and they're building things like this. And there are no backyards. Some of them might have a garage, very few. And that's actually what I'm gonna do with the house that I'm in charge of. What's my title? What title do I have? What is my title again? I'm an ambassador. What am I? I can't remember.
Ambassador sounds Instagram-ish.
Instagram-ish. I'm an ambassador. What's my legal term? I can't remember, but I'm in charge of my family's home. My grandmother's home, I'm in charge of it. And it's because of me that it's not being sold. And all my aunts probably hate me. I'm the administrator. That's what I am. I'm the administrator to the house. I'm in charge. I'm like, nah, we're not selling. And that's what I want to do. I want to tear it down and build something like this. Or I'm probably going to tear it down and just leave the space. The building next to my family's home is, you see, look how cool this one is. They tore it down and they just added this here. And they're charging $5,600 a month to live in this place here. And the adjacent home has been gutted. It's a lot, but it's like it doesn't look like a lot. I mean, it does look like a lot, but it doesn't look like anything dilapidated or anything. Could you believe somebody's honking at me to hurry up? Like, if I brake check your punk ass, like, but I digress. I deep down want to do that to you and your Camry, sir, with the headlight missing in the front. His life sucks. He's in a Camry, and that's like the cheapest car to get a headlight, and he's not getting a headlight. So he's in a rush. Let him go. So now, this home that was my family's home. Which, when I say family, this was my mom. She grew up there. All my aunts and uncles, they all grew up there, and now there's just their children. And in the home we have. My aunt lives. One of my aunts, she had like a huge emergency, so she was like, "I have to move in." The huge emergency when one of my aunts that lived and ran the place dies, and then the next aunt, she's like, "I gotta go in there," but the other two tenants that are there, that's only enough money for her to just pay all the taxes, like 55,000-60,000 a year. So because it's a business, it's a three family home, so you can get in each floor you can get to 3,200, and then there's a illegal basement. You can throw a few migrants in there for another 200 a week for the rooms if you did that. But I don't think she's doing that. She seems to be on the up and up. But whatever she does, it doesn't even matter. I have that was her childhood home. I'm not going to, like, yeah, right. They sign paperwork like, yo, whatever you do, I don't want a part of it. It's no big deal. And then I have other family members that agree. They were like, yo, if he wants to do it, he wants to take over, let him take over. No big deal. I'd rather him take over than some of these other people. They would have just sold it already. So I'm glad. And then, of course, I have attorneys and all that kind of stuff. So nothing can happen without me giving the okay. As the ambassador. What did I say I was? The ambassador, not the ambassador. The administrator. I'm the administrator of this home. And these buildings here to the left, I remember when they were built when I was a kid. All around us were all old houses. So left, right, all this here was all burnt down buildings. And then one day they decided to clean it all up and built these things here. And some sort of low-income housing stuff, Linden Street.
Looks like Mitchell-Lama.
I don't think these were Mitchell-Lamas. These never became Mitchell-Lamas. No, not these. But, and then this school here, this school I went to for 1 year. I went to the 6th grade here, to the left. Bushwick Community High School now it's called. It wasn't a high school then, it was a junior high. And I went there for the 6th grade, and then my mom was like, you should go to school by your dad's house. It'll be better for you. So I did that in Queens for a little while. But I was here in this school. I believe this is it. Looks like it. Wilson and Palmetto. Going down memory lane. But I never ran the streets because, I was a what's it called? I was a Jehovah's Witness kid. So, Jehovah's Witness kids, we in the house. We in the house preparing for church the next day. And this is Madison Street. This is where my mom grew up. Right here on the corner, on this 12 o'clock corner right here, this is where my grandfather owned a store right here. And to the right of that store, he owned a restaurant. So he had a corner store and a restaurant. And then my mother and her siblings lived on this block here. And this lot, I'm right next to this lot. And look, they have a sign now, land for sale. See, this is like the perfect time for me to buy this property. Or I can sell my family's property, it's worth 1.2, but there's 10 of us to split that 1.2 up, plus taxes and all that shit. So this is where my mother was raised, right here. And this is good to know that that lot is for sale next door, because I wanna tear this down once, once. Anyway, she's gonna be around a very long time. My aunt that's there, so whenever she's not gonna be there anymore, I'm just gonna tear it down. It'd be great to have that property right next door, and then I'll just lease the 2 lots. You can build a mansion there in 10, 15 years. It'd be great, So, and this is the high school across here where my mom went to. She went to what's this called? Bushwick High School. And it was no joke back then. There were kids that when my mom went to this Bushwick High School, there was a shotgun that was brought into the school, and someone actually pulled the damn trigger. They didn't hit anyone, but a shotgun was blasted in that school. So this area has, I'm sure, taken a drastic turn, despite the fact what the news will tell you. And then right here on this corner, this was the clinic I went to. Right here, it's no longer a clinic, but as a child, I went there across from one of the most famous engines, ladders right here, 277, engine 277, ladder 112. And this is the school. Yeah, this is the back. This part of the school is where we played at, and we was on the other side of it earlier. So that is the right school that I went to for that 1 year. And then all these buildings here to the left and to the right were all abandoned buildings when I was a child. And I would play in the abandoned buildings with my brother. So, but that was before I was 10. After I was 10, my mother kept us at home because of the church.
Stop all that adventure.
Yeah, so stopped. Then that's when they put these homes here to the left. And right here,
It's manufactured home.
yeah, they were manufactured homes. They came with the walls already attached.
Yeah, and I learned that from people making fun of a woman on YouTube. I'll never forget, a couple years ago.
Right. And this is the school I went to as a child, PS 116. And when I was a kid, you see how they have a lot here? That was a lot as well, but of burnt down buildings. And all the buildings around this school were all burnt down. It was crazy to imagine that I was walking through all these buildings were burnt down. And this was like the only thing standing was this school when I was a child. 116, I went to this school. Wow, 116. And the lot looks so small in comparison to when I was a kid. That was the world right here. But all those buildings behind it, they were all burnt down. All the buildings across the street, and this was a big lot, but just crumbled parts of the building. And we're talking about, I was born in 73. I was in the 5th, 6th, 7th, was I in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades here? First, second, I was 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I didn't go to kindergarten. I don't know why I didn't go to kindergarten. Or maybe I did, and I just don't have any memory of anyone telling me about that. And you see how there's trees on the block? There were no trees in it when I was a kid on this block. No trees. There's trees to the... No trees. There was no trees here. And these buildings here, these white buildings to the right, were not there. This literally was a school. And in this right here was burnt down buildings. Do you know why I know this? Because I've put my report card in the abandoned building and told my mother I lost my report card in the abandoned building. And my mother made me go back in. She walked me down this block and made me walk into the abandoned building to find my my report card.
Good. That's no excuse.
Right. I knew where it was. I hid it. I was scared to show it to her. You know?
Yeah. Of
And
course.
everything here was, every building here, when I was a kid, was all abandoned. All these buildings to the left were all abandoned. And we would play in these buildings all abandoned. And then they slowly fixed them up, you know, like, but they were like, you had to jump 4 feet in front of you because there was a hole. And this is where I lived, Irving Avenue. You see where that building has this on the top? On the top of this building was just recreated a few years ago. But that building number should be 277. That didn't exist. That upper level there never existed. That's new. They bought the building and then renovated the building. I lived on the second floor. And we had the whole apartment going from one window in the front to the window in the back. And I was there the day that this store blew up right here. We were sleeping and this store, well, it used to be a store, blew up. Boom. And exploded. And it was fire coming from all over here. And we had to run out. And they added this extra floor, and on the top they added a wave pool. So when they opened up this building has a wave pool in it on the top floor.
I think it's still there.
I don't know if it's still there. The people that bought it is all up to them to maintain that, you know. And they
Okay.
wanted 1.8 mil. They wanted for this my childhood home.
BK Bat all day said drugs in Bushwick were crazy. They had the whole neighborhood barricaded off from the rest of Brooklyn.
Stop it.
No?
No, of course not. We walked up and down Brooklyn, all in and out of Brooklyn. Never had that problem. We were good church kids with ties and vests on and blazers in those little bags with our Kingdom Hall books. Nobody said anything to us. No one stopped us.
And Steve Latner says, obviously New York has lots of money. Where does it come from? Do y'all have oil and or gold mines there?
Who said this?
Steve Latner.
Why is he messing with us for?
So we have oil. We have large coin cooking oil. Or
Right.
the Cucho Fritos.
Well, it's part of the program, Steve, you know. Somebody has to have a place they want to go, accessible to them. And we have to stage it up and big it up. This is where I got hit by a car as a child. Right here. There used to be where this white building was, there's a big lot here. And I came out of this lot, flying out of this lot. There was a lot here, flying down, and boom, got hit right here. I was 11 years old when I broke my leg, my left leg.
And money grows on trees in New York.
Money does not grow on trees in New York. New York is, you see, the New York, you have to look at New York as a machine. You have to look at New York as a machine. And let me tell you what Jay Leno says. Jay Leno says that the most fickle, sensitive engine that's out there, if you change the oil every 1,500 miles, it will last forever. That's New York. New York is the engine that requires constant oil changes. And this is where I went to, when I was a kid, there was a fence, a gate, it was all gated. This is the church I went to as a kid. I went here from 10 to 14 years old. And then, other things happened that led me out of this situation. And away from that, it's a cult to some degree, It might not be it might not be a cult, but people like my mother needed that discipline in order for her to succeed. So she
Yeah,
took
they're
that
still out
discipline
there.
super far. Oh yeah, look, the Jehovah's Witnesses are right there. Boom.
This hot day.
Standing in the shade. They ain't crazy.
Okay.
Hi.
They felt us. There we go.
Well, they're paying attention. They're out here they are marking this thing as time, so they're attentive. I like Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, they're good people. It ain't for me. You know, they're just not for me. I was like, my mother ruined it for them. You know what I'm saying? My mother ruined Jehovah's Witnesses for me. Word up. And then this is a famous block. This is Wyckoff Avenue. So this was my neighborhood as a kid, and I loved it. I thought it was like, couldn't tell me nothing. All these hills to me, and the bike riding, skateboard riding, and let me tell you, they were selling crack all around us.
Now you have
Burnt
Japanese.
down, abandoned buildings all around. Let me preface this. When I was a kid, all the buildings were there. It wasn't. We were the first black people to move into the neighborhood when we got here. That's the way it was. And the school that we were supposed to go to, which was, I think, down this block here, they were like, no, you can't. We don't want. They didn't want us. My mother was screaming, "It's because we're black. It's because we're black people." She was so upset. I remember that. So we went to PS 116, and then slowly as I got here when I was 3 years old. 4. Well, how old was I? 4. So my brother's 5. I'm 4. By the time I'm 7, everything is burnt down. It was this major, they call it white flight. It was everyone that lived here was Italian. These were all Italians. All the stores had, but here's the thing though. All these stores here to the left, this is Wyckoff Hospital where my mom actually spent the last times of her life. She lived to be 62, very young, cervical cancer, never went to a doctor, got a pap smear, and she basically said, it's hereditary. What, lady? No, it's not hereditary. You could have went to the doctor. What are you talking about? But she wasn't the type that went to the doctor and test for these things, and 62 times around the sun, allegedly. She's out of here.
So sad.
Yeah, man, so sad, right? My kids don't get to be around their grandmother because she didn't want to go to the doctor. But who am I to talk? I got gout, self-inflicted, from too much sugar. So I can't talk about mama.
Steve said, who owned the abandoned buildings?
The abandoned buildings, I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Oh, look at this key food abandoned. Oh, it's not abandoned.
Right.
Abandoned.
It's beautiful. I didn't know at the time. It was something that was never a subject. It was never a subject who was it never came up who owned the buildings. I know that the building we lived in, it was an Italian couple. They owned the building. So my assumption is that all those buildings were owned by Italians, and then once the Puerto Ricans came in, because my mom and my brother and I were the only dark-skinned people in this neighborhood. Then it just became all these Puerto Ricans that were like light-skinned Puerto Ricans. They weren't even dark-skinned Puerto Ricans. They might be like my complexion, maybe a little bit like, maybe, but it was all white complected Puerto Ricans that all flooded this area, and that's when they started burning down all the buildings. So, and my mother, oh my goodness, what a racist my mother was against like Puerto Rican people and stuff. My mother be like, she just thought they were filthy, disgusting, nasty. She didn't want nobody or anyone to confuse her with being like Puerto Rican like that. She was just like, yo, I'm nothing like these people. Because my mother, when she was raised in that house across from the high school, she was affluent. Her father had the grocery store. He had the restaurant, the grocery store. He was the man. He was a little short, dark-skinned dude. He spoke Italian, and he was working in the team. He's working as a teamster. So my grandfather, what did he do? So my mother was used to that. So when she moved into this neighborhood, my mother's thinking, oh my goodness, I'm moving into an Italian neighborhood. I love it. I love Italian men, because she's dating Italian men at this time in her life. I remember Vito very well. She dated Vito for like 5 years. So my mom is dating this Italian guy living in an Italian neighborhood. 2 years later, it's flooded with Puerto Ricans. And my mother is a racist on the low. Hating. What's going on ahead of us? Is that a lot of smoke or something? What's going on up there?
That is a lot of
That's
smoke.
a lot of smoke. I see smoke. Oh, it's coming from the left side of the block, right?
Let's put the window.
Yeah. That's construction. This is what's it called, babe? This is concrete. The concrete factory right there. All the years I've been here, I've never seen this happen.
They chilling.
Yeah. One of them is
covering the
one is covering his face, right?
Oh no.
I just changed the cabin filter too, so that's a plus.
Whoa.
All right.
Pick another block.
Any other questions? Anything anybody said? Oh man, let me talk about this. When my brother and I were children, we used to walk down this block right here, and there's a park to the right. But remember I told you that there's this thing going around on the internet talking about mud floods?
Yes.
And these were all factories right here. These factories, when I was a kid, you walk by, all you hear is the sewing machines. Like just non-stop. Just like all these huge machines. And I remember as a child walking down this block, and all of the factories had subfloors. Like you was able to see it through the outside. You see like the outside of this building, this red building here, you'll be able to see like what looked like a window could have been there that they re-bricked. And then when I found out about mud floods, I kept thinking, man, when I was a kid, I used to walk down these blocks and you'd be able to see that there was other floors. And my brother and I, we were like, whatever looked like the first floor was really like the second floor. On these weird hilly roads full of what? These factories and stuff like that. So I didn't see any today. I was looking to see if maybe we could see like some sort of like old window and doorways and things like that. Oh yeah, there's new stuff here. Oh no. Yeah, look at these new buildings. So it would be nice to buy that space next to my grandmother's home and then get the both lots. That would be great. And then sell that. But I don't want to sell it. I just want to lease it. I'm trying to do generational wealth for everybody. I want everybody to get paid. Not just 100 G's and then, everybody's, nobody's talking, nobody's communicating. Like the house didn't bring family together and bring us closer. It's a business. And it should be ran by somebody who knows business. Seriously.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Seriously. If you only made 60 grand at your job, even if you made 200 grand at your job, was it a job? Do you know anything about managing anything? So my whole thing is, as long as the taxes are paid, and even if the taxes are not paid, I'll pay it. No big deal. We'll figure out a way to get it done. They're like, oh, they owe for the year 48 grand, blah, blah, blah. They're going to take the house from you. No, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's funny. This is such a diverse neighborhood. Diverse area. silly.
Who's that, Giovanni?
Yeah. Mhm.
You know how I feel.
What neighborhood is this?
This is Glendale.
Capers.
This is Glendale. Glendale, Queens. We're out of Brooklyn, Bushwick, Brooklyn, and we're in Glendale. Glendale is next to what's that other neighborhood?
Ridgewood?
Ridgewood, yeah, Ridgewood and Glendale, they're together. So it's Bushwick, Ridgewood, and Glendale. So we're out of Brooklyn already.
Yeah, that's what
We're
the
in
doors
Queens
of
now.
the Jehovah Witness church you went to said Ridgewood.
That's at Ridgewood, right? Not Bushwick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they just, they funny style like that.
See?
We're not Ridgewood, we're Glendale. Stop
Yeah.
it. Well, you know what it is? That Wyckoff Avenue does separate the county, so they're probably right. They're probably right. That Wyckoff Avenue separates Ridgewood from Bushwick to some, I'm sure. But you know, these people, when you're involved in politics, the way these churches are, even though they claim not to be, you know, you can get a lot of that stuff done. You know, we would like to have our zip code represented by this, you know, whatever. Remember, like Harlem did that with Hamilton Heights and all that, Morningside Heights.
Exactly.
You in Harlem? What are you talking about? I live in Morningside Heights. You be talking about Harlem? No, it's Morningside Heights. It's Clinton Hill I live in. I live in Clinton Hill in Brooklyn. No, what? You sure it's Clinton Hill or is it Red Hook? But now people are going to want to brag that they're from Red Hook. As much money is out there. Oh my goodness, remember that burger shop right here we went to? I even did a short on that, a couple of shorts.
Yeah.
It was so good. I am. Oh my God. Even though I can't eat another bite, I ate rotisserie chicken, ate 3/4 of the damn thing. I tore that chicken down. I'm so full. Am I not to go? I'm to wait, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Burger City, yeah. That's the Boss Burger. That's what I had. I miss burgers so much. I miss them so much.
Fresh burgers.
You know, burgers is my side piece, man. You know, I miss burgers. You look at Boston Market, another Boston Market. They all gone, I think. They talked about, yeah, our chicken supplier, we couldn't agree on the contract. So your whole business shuts down? What? It was like bird flu. They were saying, I don't know. The government made them kill all their birds. I don't know. What do I know? I'm doing good with the water, with my water consumption.
We have no second.
What? The can itself?
Yeah.
I got one in the excursion. Yeah, tell them we got something. We got help. And there's some gas in it. It's just old gas. I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't use that gas. But it's been there. The gas and the can is in the excursion. It's been there for like a year or two.
Okay.
Like his can is like broken or something.
No, he said his credit card processed a payment, and before the bank takes it back, he wants to use it.
I'm confused. Say what now?
You don't understand that.
Wait, he bought gas.
No, he wants to buy gas before some money gets taken away.
So if we have an extra gas can, he can fill it up with gas because he's about to get his money snatched.
Yes.
Wow. But the thing is only 1 gallon or 2 gallons. We don't have a can of. I don't have a large can I can put there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do, but that's in New Jersey.
Oh.
That's in storage.
That's too far.
Oh. Sorry, y'all. So bizarre that I was living in such abandoned homes and didn't even realize it was like what it was. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I know that before as soon as I walked in the door, I had to go run and wash my hands. I knew that. And I had to take off my shoes. No shoes were allowed in the house. And then, after a day of playing, my mother puts me in the tub. She has dinner ready, and I'm in the bed. And the house was always beautiful. My mother's home was just always so
Well decorated.
over the top, just like, my mother owned she owned a thrift shop. So my mom, when I was a child, she frequent thrift shops and she would buy the most beautiful furniture, like stuff that you only see in Home and Gardens magazine. We in the home that we lived in, that place 277 that took up the whole floor. Oh my goodness, we're talking about this thing was a lot of square feet. I had my own room. My bro had his own room. My mother had her own room. We had 2 living rooms. We had the bathroom and kitchen. I don't remember being that large, but back in those days, that wasn't kind of important to have large. When they built those homes in the 70s, or not the 70s, in the 1900s, I guess, like 1906, 1910, something like that, 1915. When those homes were built, the kitchens weren't that priority like that to be what they are now. But it was a huge home, and I never noticed the neighborhood falling apart around me like that. I just knew my mother blamed it on Puerto Ricans. I know she did that. Little do we know that it was the landlords they were paying like gangsters to burn down their homes so they can get the insurance or just get out of the deed. I don't know. And so to my mom, oh shucks, yeah. Let me get some gas.
Okay.
Let me get gas and then we'll go get the kids. And I have to be somewhere at 8:30. Right. All right. You win. No, I can't. So you know what? I'm not gonna even get gas. We gotta turn around on this memory lane, this talk and drive, y'all. I'm Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg. I'm here with the incomparable LJ, my soulmate, the love of my life. And I've had a few loves, but she's the love of my life.
Thank you.
The other loves were practice for the love I have for her. You get 3 good ones, I tell you. You get three good ones.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you get 3 good ones, That's from the movie A Bronx Tale,
No.
where Kolojanov was talking to Chaz Palminteri. What's his name in the movie? Was it Sonny? Who was he talking to, Chaz? And he's like, can I ask you a question? Is it better to be feared or to be loved? And he said, it's a very good question. Me, I prefer to be feared. I tell a joke, everybody laughs. I'm not that funny. I treat my men good, I treat them good. I don't treat them too good when they don't need me. The actor who did that, he wrote that. He directed that. Oh, so Now, these houses I don't like. This is Queens. It's not Brooklyn. These are the houses that they gave the hard workers and convinced them that it was something nice. You know, these houses are trash. You know, these were like all, you know, just hard working blue collar. Whoa, there's a lot being said here. What's that? Steve Ladden said, my man. When are y'all? What do you say?
He was asking about the trailer. He said it's one of the most unique ideas. I taught him to.
Oh, okay. The trailers, which trailers? The dispensary trailer? Oh my God, we're not even talking about the Winnebago. We should be getting. Did you reach out to this person about that? You have to be on their asses, baby. They got a lot going on. You need to text her now. Say, I haven't forgotten you. Please don't forget me. Oh, look how beautiful this is in front of us. Now, that's nice. That's staircase.
No, that was Jamila, my friend from Oregon.
What about her?
She said hi. She said chat.
Oh, okay, cool. The woman you showed me the picture of?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
The shining star.
What's that mean? I'm not in on
It's a
the
girl's
show.
joke.
Okay. I know that song. She's a shining star. No matter who you are, shining bright you see. You truly be.
Yes.
Shining star for you to see what your love can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your love can truly be. She's a shining star. You know, I'm a little turned around. I don't know where I am.
No, say it ain't so.
I love that. Thank God. I'm tired of driving on the same roads for 50 years. Typical Queens. Nothing to see here. Just hard-working people. Hard-working people. Never get to enjoy their little homes, unfortunately, you know? Because they're so busy working.
Ricardo Emmanuel says hi, and he wants to know, where are you? Are you in Jersey?
No, we're not in Jersey. Even though this looks like anywhere in the United States of America, you can find this block right here. This is just like, you know. You know. And Steve Ladner could appreciate this wide street. You know, the Mexico, they got wide streets, it appears, from what I've seen. At least in Merida, it does.
He's in Lacardo. Lacardo.
You're guessing or you're not?
No, he said it earlier.
Laredo? No.
Is it Laredo? Maybe.
Well, then you should be able to go back, no?
No.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Lacardo. Laredo, you think it is?
No, I have no idea. I'm not going
But
to
it's
guess.
the bordering town right over Mexico.
Right. See, I don't know. I don't know that. I wouldn't want to do that. That's why Merida is where my mind is going, because I like where the ocean is in proximity. I like I don't like being that close to the United States of America. And then one of the appeals for Merida is the no crime. You know, it's the second safest city in all of the Americas, including Canada and the United States of America. It's like no crime, and I'm attracted to that. Whereas where Steve Ladner lives, I would wonder about that.
What would you wonder?
I would wonder, how's the crime being so close to the U.S.?
Well, I know he said he deals with being stopped by law enforcement and asked how much money is in your
Axe, the
possession.
thing you use to chop down the cherry tree, that or axe?
Yeah. Ask.
It's okay,
Yeah.
baby. Come on, we can work it out. I've been trying to get you to get out of that for 20 years. I got another 20 in me. Fuck it.
You know what?
Somebody's gonna be like, he's so hard on her. So hard on her. God. I mean, it's like breathing on her neck. I mean, God.
I can't ask a thing.
You can't what? A what? Oh, yeah. You can axe if you want to axe things. Axe it, girl. Chop it down. You know, you are from Weeks Avenue in the Bronx, so I'm sure they're axing everyone everything.
Yes. We love to spin the block where I'm from.
Oh no. Spinning the block in Art Deco buildings. You got people on Weeks Avenue living in Art Deco buildings, looking like, not even realizing how amazing they got it with these elevators and their staircases and these huge entranceways. They want to spin the block. Stop it. You're gonna hit the mosaic tile on the floor. And the 2-year-old, of course, you know, that guy got that one gotta get hit. Okay.
2-year-old.
Man, you know there's always those 2-year-olds that always somehow, you know, get the stray. I wonder if it's real. Like, are y'all serious? Y'all can't be serious. Every time it's like such a script. It's so sad. Okay, we have Long Island Expressway here, and I think I'm gonna jump on the next left. Really, next left? Yeah, I'm gonna take the next left. We gotta pick up our kids. They're playing basketball. But you know, I can't talk. Remember the other day I was saying asset forfeitures instead of asset forfeitures? I just kept saying acid, like it burnt. Acid is the thing you use to burn. So you know, I got a lot of learning to do anyway, linguistic. I'm no Days of Noah. I mean, the most articulate man on the internet is Days of Noah. If you never heard of Days of Noah, listen to this man speak. I'm totally hetero, and I'm like, wow. Patrick Pet Betta's pretty good too, but still, pause. I mean, these are some articulate men. Days of Noah.
We read books for understanding. You know?
Is that a quote from someone?
No, that's what he does.
Who does what?
Days of Noah.
He reads books for what?
Read books for understanding.
Okay, read books for understanding.
You know?
Well, I tell you, reading books definitely helps with your vocabulary. You know, like all those novels I used to read. Those what's those novels that I was into for a long time? It was like
Iceberg Slip.
Oh no. It wasn't Iceberg Slim. But I did read some Iceberg Slim, don't get me wrong, because I'm well-rounded. I didn't only do Iceberg Slim. But I used to do a lot of espionage. Tons of, what's that guy, Clancy and all this kind of stuff. I used to read all those novels. But I've only read 100 books. I'm not like Cat Williams, read 3,000 books by the time he's 13 years old. I only read, I think it's 103 books I've read in my life.
Jamila said Donald Goings.
Donald Goings, right? That's Iceberg Slim's pen. Was that his real name?
I don't know.
But he had a surname. He used to write as a. I mean, what's it called when you write as another R?
Robert Clancy.
No. But I'm not gonna lie. I did read a lot of Jackie Collins books too, though. That's some smut. That's some real trashy stuff. Hollywood Wives and Hollywood Husbands and all that. I did all that too. My favorite books, of course, was the Lestat, the Vampire. Interview with a Vampire. Oh man, I read that thing 3 times. It was so good. No lie.
She said a pen name.
The pen name.
Yeah.
It was something A.G. Wright or something like that. Something Wright. Something Wright, I believe. I mean, I haven't thought about this in 30 years, so, I told you the first book I ever read was A Hero is Nothing But a Sandwich. And then they wanted us to watch the movie Hero is Nothing But a Sandwich. I think Emilio Estevez was in that movie. And he's the guy from one of the greatest movies ever made, Young Guns. Where he's like, I'll make you famous, Billy the Kid. Emilio Estevez. He also did The Mighty Ducks or something like that. He does all these religious movies now.
No.
He produces, directs all this religious content. It's really good stuff too.
That's not my strong point.
Movies, right? Yeah, LJ can't stay awake in the movie. You think you're with a heroin addict. You take her to a movie. You're like, hello. I used to have to go with a 65-year-old friend of mine. Remember me? What's her name? We did the movies a couple of times. That you got that hat from?
Of course.
What's her name? Joanne. Miss Joanne. I would take Miss Joanne to the movies because LJ was so jealous if I went to the movies with somebody else. So I had to take a 65-year-old lady because LJ can't keep her eyes open in the movies. Yeah, she back.
Come on, you want to give me dark, comfy, come on.
Dark, comfy, leaning back. I get it. I think it's bad, I think it's crazy. I don't stand for it. I go to the movies by myself.
You don't want to pay for my naps no more?
It wasn't even pain. That wasn't the issue. It's just like, come on, lady, wake up. But that's how you do. I've dealt with it for 20 years.
What is this?
This is the Brooklyn Queens Expressway.
BQE.
Yeah, BQE, Brooklyn Queens Expressway. And this is the new Kosciuszko Bridge in front of us. It was torn down. It was also about 6 feet higher than this one.
And do we know what he did to grant him bridges and pools and buildings? What did Mr. Kosciuszko do?
Tell us, my intellectual wife.
I'm asking.
Oh, I thought you know all this stuff. LJ knows all the stuff about bridges and people and the names of these people. She's such an intellectual.
I'm asking. I'm curious. Curious mind wants to know.
You don't know about Kosciuszko, baby? You're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking.
So then I got to stop telling people you know about all these.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
is it earthquake outfitted?
Oh, the new Kosciuszko Bridge? Yeah, it's supposed to be earthquake resistant, I'm sure. They'll never use the word proof.
Know that they're known as the Bridge City.
Right, Portland.
I know Pittsburgh has a lot of bridges.
Right. Oh my God. Pittsburgh got more bridges than a little bit. It was crazy. And do you remember they kept telling us, oh, y'all from around we went to some place that was considered the ghetto or something. They were like, well, you coming from up top, or they were called, Pittsburgh was up top, was like the ghetto, or down below.
Definitely.
It was like, you from up top? And they're like, nah, we're from the city.
It was giving very much so black and yellow. Very much so.
Black and yellow?
Yes.
You talking about the song? Black and yellow, black and yellow. You talking about the song?
The whole thing. The Steelers, everything,
It was very bizarre, that neighborhood. They were taking these old 200-year-old looking buildings and like turning them, gentrifying them, but that was just crazy. Like, let's tear it down and start anew. They wanted to add flavor of this. It's a stage. Everywhere we go, it's a stage.
The world's a stage.
The world's a stage, that's a fact. And Manhattan is the biggest one. where they have to turn on the lights on some buildings just because you know that no one lives in them. They have blocks and blocks of people where no one lives there, but they got a doorman. Looks like somebody lives here. There's a doorman here, and if I look up, the same 7 lights have been on for the last 7 years. Where is he? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Come on, babe. Tesla, this has regenerative braking. Why are you slamming on the brakes like that? Come on. Tesla drivers, I don't know if they're the worst, but they rely on that vehicle more than they should. They're very trusting of that vehicle. I wouldn't mind one though. As like a secondary vehicle, you know, something like like a third, like a third vehicle.
Even after all the predictive programming you watch with these Tesla scenes?
I'm not predicted by any programming of Tesla. What are you talking about?
I'm saying
they're not making me think anything. What are you? I'm objective. What are you saying?
I really want a car that someone else could turn it off.
Right, of course, baby, of course. But you know, you got that car, and when they turn it on or off, you know, you move on to the other one. You move on to the 1970 or the 1980 Lincoln Town Car that's in storage somewhere, and you drive that, and you put what they call that, a Faraday box or something around the Faraday. What's that thing when to stop from the MP the magnetic pulse? What's that called? EMP. An EMP is this magnetic pulse that happens after a nuclear bomb goes off, and it destroys all electronics. So people are actually taking their fuse boxes in their car, rerouting them, and then putting these little cages around it to stop from getting an MP3 in the computer. Here's the problem though. If let's say this happens, right, and now you got a car that can drive while nobody else's car can drive, you're gonna be a victim. Somebody getting that car. You sure you want that car? You sure you want to drive you sure you want to drive east, west, north, south in that car? You might not make it far because you might be the victim of something horrible. So, you know, it's always that. So I do not like, you see, the thing is, I haven't voluntarily bought any car past 2015 because all cars from 2015 and above are all equipped with the ability to be turned on, turned off, and even driven remotely. And a lot of that got discovered by this guy who created a plug and play vehicle that you can actually plug up. He sell you this device for, I think it was $1,500 he was going to do. $1,500. You plug it into your car, and then your car can have the ability to, what's that when you're hands-free driving, and it was going to use all the sensors that are already in your car. And he says, yeah, it can be done. You don't have to have a Tesla for this. All cars made after 2015 all have the capability of being remote. And then he says, look, it's a Department of Defense mechanism, and all I've done is tapped into that, and you can have it where you can have auto drive or whatever that's called. That what is it called when you driving hands free? What's that called, babe? It's like a Tesla coined the word for it. I can't think of it at the moment.
I should know.
You know my short term memory is.
They're like driving around in California. I told you Kendra was recording them. They're like on the road now.
As taxis, right?
Yeah.
What a shame. If I was part of a taxi organization, we would be destroying
Autonomous.
Autonomous,
Yes.
right?
Thank you, Jamila.
Yeah, autonomous. So that's when the bell went off in my mind. Like, what? Wait a minute. And he was like, so I did a lot. I jumped into a rabbit hole or two back then, and I realized, oh my God, this guy is so right. All cars made after 2015 all have the ability to be remotely driven. I was like, just imagine you're in your car, and like you saw what happened with 45 the other day. What if, like, there's these people, these analysts that are saying that had the bullet succeeded and 45 would have not made it, then what we would have in our hands is anarchy in the streets. And what if they decided to, and when I say they, I'm talking about the power structure. I'm talking about the people in charge. I'm talking about the man literally behind the curtain. And the guy behind the curtain looks nothing like you expect. He probably looks exactly like the guy you were standing next to at Starbucks or at Walmart, or the cashier at the ShopRite. Looks just like that. This is not a person this is not the devil himself, is what I'm saying. And the power structure turns off all these vehicles. And what if they start driving the vehicles to like edges of cliffs, so to speak, parking lots, just stopping all movement. The guy in the 1985 Toyota, he's not going to have that problem. He's going to be able to turn his car on and keep it moving. So I'm attracted to having a car that's under 2015. But there are consequences to being that so-called prepared. Somebody's gonna want your preparedness. So you have to make sure that you you protect you and yours, man. And you don't show off what you got. You don't start running that generator. Unless you really need it. Everybody don't need to know that you got backup batteries, so that when the grid goes down, your 24-volt freezer will last up to 7 months just on, the battery power you have. You might not want to tell nobody that. You might leave that little tidbit to yourself.
Like in Black Summer, Netflix movie. Did you see Black Summer?
Black Summer? No, I never saw Black Summer.
You heard of it?
No.
Okay.
It's on Netflix? Is it new? Netflix. Is it old?
I don't know. I know someone was telling me to watch Black Mirror.
Yeah, everybody tells me, but I'm a science fiction writer on the low. So I don't watch Black Mirror because I'm just gonna get pissed. I'm gonna be like, who took my idea? I don't even wanna go there. So I've left Black Mirror out of my. And then I've watched Black Mirror and I start writing that similar. Somebody, oh, that's like Black Mirror. They did that already. I don't want to. I don't even hear that. Get away from me.
Yeah, I was told it's so good.
Yeah, everybody told you should watch Black Mirror. Like if I tell somebody one of my sci-fi stories, oh my God, that could be in Black Mirror. No one yet has said Black Mirror already did it. So I'm like, oh boy.
2019. Okay. So that's right before the pandemic.
What?
Black Summer.
No, I never saw it. Oh, Black Summer 2019. We didn't watch TV. We didn't watch any TV for like 5 years. Uh, I was going through something back then. From 2015 to not 2015. Let's say
16.
2016. Yeah, 2016 to like the end of the pandemic. We didn't watch any television or news, and we just was over it, honestly. Over it. I didn't. And people used to tell me about all this sci-fi stuff. Oh man, you should check this out. I'm like, I'm sure it's good. Oh, it's so good. I mean, like, it's really good. You need to check it out. Oh my god. And I'm like, I know it's good. I just wouldn't do it. I just was off the frequency. Honestly, I just wanted away from the chatter, the clatter, I wanted away. And then LJ was the perfect woman to say, yo, I'm riding with you, baby. Let's do it.
That's it.
And it was great times because we saved a lot of money. We got heavy into the stock market. We did really well. I'm out of debt. Me being out of debt is her being out of debt. So there you go. Boom. And, we're trying to figure out next. What's the thing that sucks is when you're with a partner and that partner can't, certain things that they're stifled by because they're in freaking debt. They owe some child support, they owe some taxes, they have people coming at them, bill collectors, even though I found out that bill collector shit is a scam, Please stop it. Stop calling me, man. I'm not giving you shit. I have no contract with you. Show me the contract that I got with you, please. Let's get that in writing. So, all that's over.
What is this area called now? So many celebrities are always over here.
In this area here.
What's this
Well,
called?
this here that you see, this grassy area here are all dunes. This is these are all dunes, sand dunes that they piled up sand, and then they threw this grass on top. And the grass has grown throughout the years, and it's basically to stop from a surge of water that destroyed all the businesses underneath where we're driving now. Where we're driving now, what's this? NoHo? No, this is not NoHo. This is, what is this cool word they have underneath here? I can't remember, but there was so much cool stuff underneath this BQE. They had a few breweries that were here. They had barbecue spaces that were here, and they all got flooded and destroyed. So they put up these dunes here to stop from the water surges. And that was in 2012 with Superstorm Sandy. That's when they found out that Red Hook had no Wi-Fi.
Outer Limits. You like Outer Limits, right?
Yeah, I did like the Outer
Sliders.
Limits. Oh, I love Sliders, of course. Come on.
I've never heard of Sliders.
Sliders is the guy, they used to fly through this little circle and then they jump out. They like slam into like reality. Oh, they like fall into the ground. And they're like in this wormhole. They're like, ooh, flying through the wormhole. I watched
the 90s?
I watched every season of Sliders. Every season.
My sliders between buns.
That was good. That was so good. Oh, good. I say me too, or I have to say pause right after that, right?
It's a mandatory pause.
Yeah, pause. Oh, my goodness.
Team nerd. Yeah.
One of my favorites was Stargate. Stargate was my favorite. I bought every single Stargate. I still have them. I still have the DVDs.
Oh my god.
They're in my storage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's so good. Stargate is so good. The science was so good. But I would never watch none of that stuff where they would have like sentient beings floating through space and people riding ships that were alive. I never did that. That style of sci-fi never turned me on. I liked sound science. I didn't like stargazing science. I don't like Star Wars in any way. I like Star Trek. I don't like Star Wars. Star Wars, oh, she died of a broken heart. Now, I don't want to hear that. You can't die from a broken heart. You get pretty sick and you might not take a shower for a few days, but you ain't gonna die from a broken heart. I don't like that. The Clone Wars and then all that, that. I don't like none of that stuff. Star Wars is trash. By the show. And then the women in Star Trek, oh my goodness, so fine. 7 of 9, so fine. All the alien women were so fine. Kidding me? Star Wars, it's a joke. It's like PG. It's like a PG rated, silly. And then if you look at the creator, you ever look at George Lucas and the way he is with his children? They're like adopted children. And like, yo, dude, I'm not cool with this dude right here. It's not the kind of guy I want writing my sci-fi. Nah. What perspective is this guy? Oh no, George Lucas. Oh no, girl.
Oh man. Does he have non-binary children?
No, I don't know about that. I haven't followed him, but when he was, it was just like in interviews, it was just like, oh no.
No, those are big in Hollywood.
Yeah, his children are probably directing everything we don't even know about. They're producing, directing, owning, whatever. Nepotism. That's why you can't get mad at LeBron. Come on. This has been going on a long time.
Yeah, we just get the chance to do it.
I'm glad LeBron got a chance to get over.
I liked Fearscape.
Farscape, right? Farscape, yeah.
Dumbledore.
Oh, but the greatest sci-fi ever was Firefly. If a person tell me they didn't like Firefly series, they can't be my friend now. I'm joking. I'm teasing. I can't. Firefly, the best sci-fi ever created. Oh my God. And the woman that was in Firefly, that's Lawrence Fishburne's ex-wife. Oh, I had such a crush on her. Oh my goodness. These are my kids. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. That's my kids wondering if we're gonna be here. Oh no, this is a one-way.
Your mother says she liked her arms. That's funny.
Like whose arms?
The woman you were talking about?
Oh man, I can't even remember her name. But oh my goodness, I had such a crush on that woman. I could just look at her talk all day. That's why, Mom, I'm telling you, I got a type. I got a type, for real. Those lips, look at your lips. Oh my goodness, I have for real got a type. Firefly. I tried to get you to watch Firefly. You was like falling asleep.
Yeah. I'm not there yet,
No, stop it. You sound like a Puerto Rican chick. I'm not there yet, yo. Yo, B. I'm not there yet, B.
Gina Torres, she said.
Oh, yeah, Gina Torres. Oh, my God. So beautiful. I mean, I was like, I could take her from Lawrence, man. Nah, I'm teasing. I never thought like that. I'm a man. I don't think like that. All right. Looks like all the games are done.
Space Western.
Who's this kid he's talking to? Look at Maddie. Dad says she's happy. All right, y'all. We had a good ride and talk. One for the books. Look at my son. Would he go in? Nope. Yep. Yo, let me see that left hand. You heard me. You heard me.
Hey, look at her throwing somebody.
Look like a travel to me. See, he had a lot of work to do on that left hand, but he could be tired. He might have just spent the last 2 hours killing it out here. Are we leaving or not? Yeah. Let's go. There she goes, my little athlete. Say what's up, Cody.
Yeah.
Say what's up to the people.
What's up?
How you feeling?
Good. Come on, lock the doors.
Come on, let me take a look at you. Stand in front of me. Come on, let me see some dribbling, something.
Huh?
Let me get some good dribbling. Blow my mind.
I don't really have anything to blow your mind with.
Well, you're not going to be able to with that attitude.
Huh?
With that attitude, you really won't. All right, there we go. Come on. Why don't you put it on sport mode for me? Put your shoes on sport mode real quick. I know that these kids, they think they're so cute they can't even put it on sport mode.
I can do that a little better now.
Yeah, you can sit down and bounce the ball in between your legs. How about if you're standing up? No?
Not yet.
Oh, let me know when you're there. Manny, move that pen away, please. Thank you. There we go.
Never really tried that. I always see people do that. That's like my first time trying to do that.
Okay.
I don't know why I think about this first. I'm sure a move I do when I get in the paint.
Nice.
I get past everybody when I do that.
Nice.
It's like going like, and
Nice.
this.
All right.
And this. Like Chris Paul. Like I'm running down like the 3-man lead. Passing the ball. Running.
Nice. Madison, I want you dribbling that ball between your legs this week. You understand?
Yes, Dad.
No pool until you can dribble the ball between your legs. You got this week is your last week. So that means you have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday where you can go into the pool. But after Sunday, if you cannot dribble that ball between your legs, no pool until you can. You understand? Because this is ridiculous. You're obviously not applying yourself. If you're going to come to me and say, look, Dad, I can bounce the ball between my legs while I sit down on the bench.
I was begging her to get up, but she just wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to learn.
Because you wanted to what?
Learn how to do that.
You wanted to learn how to do that. So for the last month or two, this is what you've been learning how to do?
No.
Exactly. How long have I been telling you I need you to at least be able to do it? And you have your brother here that's trying to help you and you're not accepting any help. So Sunday, you understand? Sunday, no pool until you can do it. And we're talking about not just once over your leg. We're talking about dribbling the ball. So you only have yourself to blame if you can't do it. You understand that? Take it serious. Okay? You're going to be 6'2" minimum. Learn how to dribble a ball. All right? And it's not even that, because, you know, I would prefer you did tennis. But you still need to learn a lot of these things. These little things need to be in you. You need to learn how to do them. You know, you're an athlete like your brother. You're athletic. You're an athlete. You should be able to apply yourself and put the right amount of hours necessary in order to get these things done. Because the last thing I really want for you to be in the WNBA making $70,000 a year.
Still didn't make it. That's wild.
That's not what I'm looking for in my child. Okay? But you still need to be able to be 6'2" like you're about to be. And have these fundamentals in your, what they call that, in your wheelhouse. You ever heard of that expression, in your wheelhouse?
No. It's like,
You know, like you got this, like you got like, look at you, Cody, with the soccer. You know how to do soccer, you know how to do boxing. Madison, you know how to do swimming, you know how to do boxing, and you're good at it. You're good at swimming, you're good at boxing. I would love for you to be a swimmer, but you're not to just know how to swim. You're gonna know how to dribble a ball. You're gonna know how to catch a football. You're gonna know how to hit a baseball. All these things are important when you're a female, 6'2". You heard?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Yeah, that was my lunch that I had today. All right. Say goodbye, everybody.
alright.
Have a good night.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, this is a value for value show. If you gotten any value out of this, hit the Cash App, $ Elvis Rosenberg. Hit the Venmo, or Venmo, my bad. I keep saying Venmo, but it's Venmo, and that's at Elvis-Rosenberg. You all appreciate it.
Peace.
Was anybody saying anything that I should have been listening to?